Hello everyone, my name is Vijay Kumar and we are studying refrigeration and air conditioning. In the last video, we have studied about the ideal reverse Brayton cycle. Now in this video, we will see the actual reverse Brayton cycle. In the last video, I told you that there is some losses in the cycle. Because of that losses, the ideal reverse Brayton cycle will change. How it will change? We will see here. Okay, let's start. Friends, I have already told this diagram. This is the refrigerator, this is compressor, this is cooler, and this is turbine. In refrigerator, the air will enter into the refrigerator. That air will take heat from the storage space and then that air will go to the compressor. After compressing the air will go to the cooler, and from cooler it will go to the turbine, and after turbine it will again go to refrigerator. I have explained all the processes. In refrigerator, constant pressure heat addition. In compressor, isentropic compression process. In cooler, constant pressure heat rejection process. In turbine, isentropic expansion process. Okay, in this system all four processes was happening. Okay, now all these processes was ideal process, all were reversible process. But in actual cycle, in actual reverse Brayton cycle, there are some losses. Because of that losses, like in refrigerator, whatever heat was added at constant pressure, that heat will not add at constant pressure. Okay. In compressor, air was compressing isentropically, but in actual process, according to isentropic process, air will not compress. In the same way, in cooler, heat rejection will take place, but not at the constant pressure. In turbine, air will expand, not isentropically. Okay, how? And on what processes the air will change? On the basis of what processes? Which process will happen here? Which process will happen here? And in cooler, in turbine also. Okay, let's see here. This is the TS diagram. This is the TS diagram, and these are the constant pressure line. P1, P1 dash, P2, P2. These are the constant pressure line. And I have told in the last video that pressure, as these lines will go up, there will be a divergence. These lines are diverging. So let's start from point number 1. From point number 1, air will compress isentropically if it is an ideal reverse Brayton cycle. Okay, see, suppose this is my point number 1. From this point, air will compress isentropically, means at constant entropy. Like this, air will compress. Okay friends, this will be the point number 2. If the process is as per ideal reverse Brayton cycle, then process will be 1 to 2. But because of certain losses, like irreversibilities in compressor, air will compress adiabatically. Okay, not isentropically. It means adiabatically, or it will be a reversible process. It will be a irreversible. It will be a irreversible. It means entropy will increase. So process will go up, but in the direction of increasing entropy, and entropy is increasing like this. So how the actual process will go? The process will go like this. See here. So I will say this is the point number 2 dash. I will say it is a point number 2 dash. Okay, now 1 to 2 dash. Now from point 2 dash to 3, now it is not point 2, it is 2 dash, because it is going actual cycle. This process is a actual process. Now from point 2 dash to 3, air will go to the cooler and heat will reject from the cooler at constant pressure. But if it is an ideal reverse Brayton cycle, but cooler is like a heat exchanger. So in cooler, this type of arrangement is there, and this will be the air will go into the cooler. Suppose this is my point number 2 dash. Now this is my point number 2 dash. Okay. If it is at point number 2 dash and it is at pressure P2, air will go from 2 dash to 3. And at constant pressure, if it is an ideal reverse Brayton cycle, but because of these bends and friction and bends, because of bends and frictions, friction will occur in the pipe. These are the pipes. Friction will occur in pipe because air will flow in the pipe. Because of friction and bends, pressure will reduce. So if it is at pressure P2, it will be at point number 3, it will be like P2 minus some delta P. And this pressure will be, if I say, P2 dash. Okay. So this pressure will be the exit pressure of air out from the cooler. Now, if process will go from 2 dash to 3, it will be the ideal reverse Brayton cycle. It will be at pressure P2. But here, due to some losses, these type of losses, bends and friction, pressure will reduce, and this pressure will reduce up to point P2 dash, up to pressure P2 dash. Okay. Now from point 2 dash, if air will cool, then heat will reject, so temperature will reduce, entropy will decrease. So here the process will flow like this. If I draw like this, this will be the actual process. And now this will be the point number 3 dash. Remember. So I told, during heat rejection, pressure will reduce, temperature will reduce, entropy will decrease. Okay, now it is at point number 3 dash. not 3. It is at point number 3 dash. This is the actual process. Now from point 3 dash to 4, from point 3 dash to 4, in turbine expansion will occur. In turbine expansion will occur. So if it is an ideal process, then process will occur like this. Process will occur like this. Okay, but because of some irreversibilities in turbine also, like in compressor, there are irreversibilities in turbine also. In turbine also. Irreversibilities in turbine also. Because of that irreversibilities, expansion will occur, but entropy will increase. Entropy will increase. Okay, now entropy is increasing in this direction, so process will occur in this, like this. Okay, so if I say this is point number 4 dash and here it is 4, if it is an actual process, this will be the 4 and it is 4 dash. If it is an ideal process, then it is at 4 this point. If it is actual, then this process will follow 3 dash to 4 dash. Now from 4 dash, now it is at 4 dash. If I say this is 4 dash. Now from 4 dash to 1, what will happen? This is refrigerator and it is also like a heat exchanger. It is also like a heat exchanger. So in this case, this is the pressure 4 dash at point 4 dash, and pressure is in this case P1 dash. Now from P1 dash, what will be the pressure here? Somewhere P1 dash minus delta P, and that pressure will be, I can say P1, because pressure will reduce. Okay, and this is the point number 1, because air will take heat from the storage space in refrigerator from point number 4 dash to 1. Now the process will go at constant pressure, but because of these bands and friction losses, pressure will not take place at constant pressure. Pressure will reduce. Process will not take place at constant pressure. So process will go like this. So friends, 1, 2 dash, 3 dash, 4 dash cycle, if I write here, cycle 1, 2 dash, 3 dash, 4 dash. This is the actual reverse Brayton cycle. Okay. You also know in the thermodynamics that during the heat addition, temperature will increase, entropy will increase. Okay, in this case, temperature will reduce and entropy will reduce, because heat rejection is taking place in process 2 to 3 dash. In process 4 dash to 1, heat addition is taking place. Because of that, temperature is increasing, entropy is increasing. Okay, in thermodynamics, you know very well all these points. So friends, because of irreversibilities and bends, frictions in the component of a system of air refrigeration system, the actual reverse Brayton cycle will be 1, 2 dash, 3 dash, 4 dash, 1. Okay, this will be the cycle. This will be the actual reverse Brayton cycle. Now friends, process 1 to 2 or 1 to 2 dash and process 3 dash to 4, 3 dash to 4 dash. in this case, in these cases, in these processes, what will be the effect on work input and what will be the effect of work output? What is the effect of irreversibilities on work input to the compressor, and what is the effect of irreversibilities on work output from the turbine? Now we will see this, and we will see what is the efficiency of turbine and compressor. Okay, after that we will see what will be the effect on coefficient of performance of actual cycle, or due to irreversibilities, what is the effect on coefficient of performance. So friends, all these effects, whatever I told, we will see in the next video. Thanks for watching this video and have a good day.